So that Wake Forest hat that Chris is wearing in that shot?
That's my dad's hat. Exactly.
No way I could do that.
But staying within the flow of the game, without most people, including his parents, knowing what he had planned, Chris scored 24 points in the second quarter alone.
And this is one of the times that I just felt there's no way that, I don't care what kind of defense you play, who you put in front of me, there's no way you're going to stop me from getting that goal. The whole game I was just thinking about my granddad, just thinking, he's in heaven, he's watching this game. He's watching this game. Every time somebody hits me to the floor, he's up there jumping out of his seat, getting angry. And then as the course of the game went on, I said, I can do this.
By the end of the third quarter, West Forsyth had the game wrapped up. Word began to spread through the crowd about Chris's remarkable tribute.
I think I heard some of the believe it.
Coach asked me how many did he need. I'm like, what?
There towards the end, when we got to 56, they turned around. One of the kids turned around and said, Miss Polly only needs 5 at a point.
With less than 2 minutes to go in the game, Chris had scored 59 points. Then he drove to the hoop, took a hard foul, and the shot dropped. He had his 61.
And I laid it up, and I got 5. Something I will never forget. It felt like I could have just died and went to heaven right there. It felt like...
His total left him just 6 points away from the state record for most points in a game. But as he walked to the foul line, that didn't matter. 61 did.
I walked to the free throw line. The referee gave me the ball and shot an air ball right out of bounds. And my coach took me out. I just looked at my dad and started crying.
It's like everything came out of him. He just walked over to me and gave me a hug, and he just fell in my arms. And that's when it just tore me up, because of what he had just done.
Perhaps the best point guard prospect here in this game is Chris Paul, who's headed to Wake Forest.
And you know that Gary Williams likes to see his players start off on the defensive end.
Chris Paul to LeBron James. Those here tonight.
Field goal percentage early for the LeBron James-led team. 66%. Dunks, 3 attempts.
But that's one thing these kids are going to learn with help side defense.
And the rebound to Lang, and once the big fella gets it, it is over.
Shannon Brown's going to be an outstanding player. Great explosive ability.
Villanueva game. He'll add the no look. We've seen it with the between the legs pass on the fast break, the behind the back bounce pass to a teammate for a dunk in a league game.
Tried that in the early going. It's working.
LeBron, there's the rim right there. I want you to
go. Luol Deng and Olu Famatini are the 3 injured players, unfortunately unable to play.
Now that is an outlet pass.
McCormick standing by with another one of the All-Americans. Tim?
Yeah, I'm here with Steven Spielberg. Oh, wait, no, it's Chris Paul. And you carried your video camera around all week. That must have been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I took the camera like when we went to lunch, when we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, stuff like that. It's sort of like the behind-the-scenes stuff everybody don't get to see.
Chris, you had a tragedy in your family this year. Your grandfather was brutally murdered the day after you committed to Wake Forest. Can you share with us what happened the next game and your tribute?
I went out and scored 61 points. That's how my granddad was when he passed away. So everything I do now is pretty much a tribute to him.
Scored 61 points, tossed the ball to the referee, and walked off the court. Only 5 points away from the state record. It was a great tribute. What's it like playing with LeBron and some of these other guys?
I mean, it's exciting because this is the elite of the elite. So it's really an honor to be put on a pedestal, with the Michael Jordans and all those type people.
And guys, back to you. And Skip Prosser, his coach next year, said that this guy is the truest of point guards.
Cotton trying to get by Lavender and coming over for the block.
Villanueva always bringing intensity, but when he ran the lane, he took that ball to score and knew that he was going to see some contact, still finish the play, the foul on Eby.
Major introduction to America of what the future of college basketball is. Jones is the guy that's really impressed me.
How about that, Tim? James, he has stepped up his intensity a notch or 3 in the last couple of minutes. He's going to get it back.
Well, that's the beauty of playing with
Michael Jordan in high school, but the big difference is that LeBron James already is man size. I don't think he can get any bigger and any stronger. Do you think that maybe impedes some of his development? He's man size playing against kids right now.
Yeah, that may be. I do think, though, the real time he steps onto the floor. And All throughout the season, while teams were taking their best shot at him, he consistently answered the bell.
Chris Paul with a 3. Nice night for him, mostly dishing with 9 assists here tonight.
His unselfishness, his leadership, clearly the best point guard out here.
Giddens off to Wafer for an easy 2, and the East might get one more basket in as Shakur. They're going to count it? Yeah, what the heck, they say. There will be no video review on that basket.
Duke does seemingly every night, but something that has let Wake Forest down. If they play defense and they rebound with the offensive tools that
Mike Krzyzewski's team will be whether or not Shavlik Randolph develops the rest of the year.
I think he will, Dick, but also they've got to get back. Pretty move.
He's got such variety now to his game.
J.J. Redick has 7.
Lack of communication, don't get back. That's really going to be disturbing to the coaching staff.
Tied at 30. Paul is back into Downey for 3. Got it. Ewing.
Look at that hustle. Wait, roll over the ball. A lot of hustle, scrapping, clawing.
Boy, nobody giving. I'll tell you, Paul and Ewing right in each other's face. And then Danilus and Melfi. What that ball attracts the crowd with these guys.
Look at this here. They're going to make you all mad and team the way going after the ball. A little push by Danilus there. Unnecessary.
Shavlik Randolph tripped a little bit as he came into the lane, and here comes Chris Paul. Paul Williams.
And take a look how he changes from the right to the left hand. Now he goes to the left hand, drops it inside.
Isn't that pretty?
It's really pretty. Field, quarterback. It's good for us. I'm not worried about him scoring 8. As long as he delivers the win. That's the job of the quarterback. And that's why Brady's going to deliver the Super Bowl to the Patriots.
I think you're right.
He's got the Derek Jeter mentality.
Paul Dick, I tell you the story about him scoring 61 points in his grandfather's honor. That was all I needed to know about Chris Paul.
Easy way. That's really not Duke defense where there's no rotation, no help, no communication. Eric Williams gets the easy deuce inside. That's that pennant perimeter. Look at his quickness on that baseline. He explodes, but where's the help? Nobody comes over, he dumps it off to the layup, and there's Williams with that layup inside.
Not leave Redick open to double team anybody else.
He did
Danilus wide open. He got it. Team and kicked it back to him. We are seeing some great basketball right now. Here comes Chris Paul.
Chris Paul so quick, explosive.
Paul will run. Basket counts, and the foul is going to be away from the ball.
We'll take a look right here to change the direction. There he goes between the legs, changes, hangs, lays it on the glass. You certainly make a case. You know why you make a case for him as player of the year? Because he makes everybody better that's around him.
Dick, the other thing about Paul, he's almost 2.5 to 1 as far as assists and turnovers.
Great. That's what impresses me with Illinois. They got a phenomenal ratio.
Shavlik Randolph is getting much stronger coming back from mono. A little late getting that pass inside. The 8th turnover against Duke. And Chris Paul.
Coach K, get it to you. Chris Paul, the leading SEC three-point shooter. They're on fire, bud.
Look at Paul. Randolph. And what a huge addition he's going to be when he gets his full strength back. Paul for 3. Got it!
I think he flat out shoot. First time I heard about this kid was Howard Garfinkel. Told me when he was a sophomore in high school he was going to be special.
Paul tried to find
Good help, good step out, good head, but you got to rotate back.
Danilus wide open. The Gray Wolf, and the Gray Wolf snarled on that one.
4-to-1 ratio in terms of second chance points. This ball in the open court.
Showing more speed than anybody thinks he has. Went right by him, and Gray is cramping up again. That's one of the reasons that Redick was able to go by him. Steal by Williams. Paul got it back.
Big break right there. An attack in the basket with the conversion.
Paul got by Nelson, cut off the baseline and scored.